So I'm recording it. So we want to discuss how we can help. I'll be having time and be solving questions with you. I mean, depending on the courses you are doing, and then to support. I mean, I'll find time actually. I just have to schedule time and see how that will go. Okay, so let's know if you have any concern, let's know, and then let's see how we can go about it. So maybe about 45 or so minutes, then I'll come up with what other strategies we can adopt so that we can be successful. Next slide. So please, if you have anything you want us to share, let's know but I have some other things to say, but before that, let's discuss and know what maybe your challenges have been also. Let's see how we can help. So please, anyone who is ready, let's know.
Hello. How plantation.
Oh, anyone with any?
Oh, I for me to now. Oh,
Okay. So
oh,
in the first place,
I'm
what I would
sorry.
suggest is that
No,
uh, depending on the
no,
courses, please let's meet ourselves so that we can.
when I decide.
Okay, so in the first place, depending on the courses you are offering, I believe, for example, if you know you have accounting background, you have a degree in accounting, you have an MBA in accounting, ICA is for those people, right? It's for those who are, let's say they had degree in accounting, they've done MBA, MSc in accounting, then they come to do professional. I get in it. Because whatever you have, whether you have PhD in accounting, you are not a chartered accountant until you uh, pass the paper to become a chartered accountant. So in the first place, if you have let's say a weaker accounting background, even if you have a degree and you have a weaker accounting background, we shouldn't be lumping the courses like putting 2, 3 papers together. Some people could write 4 papers, they will pass. Someone could write 3, they will pass. 2, they will pass. If that is challenging for you, you've tried it before, never worked. My proposition is that you just take them one after the other. Because if you're able to take, let's say you are in part 2 and level 2, the most difficult courses in level 2, if you have a degree in accounting or you are in part 2, the most difficult courses there are MA, FR, and FM. Those three they are very difficult. All right. So let's say you have a degree in accounting, you have an exemptions where you are exempted from writing, taxation, and audit. We have only 3 papers for an audit. You have 4 papers to write PSA. Because if you pass FR, it will be very easy to pass PSA. And more so, the accounting student has done a little of these or some of these in the university, right? If he has a degree. So the most difficult papers are the FR, the MA, and the FM. And there are many, right? Or there are more. So if you've written FM, and if for example, if you pair FM and FR, it's very dangerous because those two are very difficult. So if you pair FM and FR, please, it's very, very difficult because those two courses or papers, they are not lightweight. Also, if you pair FR and ME, it's not a joke. You can pair FR and PSA because there's the same accounting standards you use for both. You can pair FR and PSA. You can take PSA and ME or PSA and FM. So if you've passed FR, the likelihood of you passing PSA is very slim. So you can take PSA and MA, PSA and FM. But to merge very difficult courses like PSA, FM, ME, FM, FR, and MA is very, very difficult. So my proposition is that, like in the part 2, those 3 are the most difficult courses in part 3. PSA is not difficult. It's just some kind of strategies we will learn. And audits and assurance and principles of taxation, they are not that difficult. That's for those who didn't have exemptions for the part 2. So if you want to write the paper, like the diet, and you want to sum up the topics together and take the difficult courses together, please, it's a higher risk. It means you have to be willing to commit more time to cover both. I good. For me, when I started writing ICE, I started writing in 2022, and I wrote two, and I stopped and went to do certain thing else. Then I came back in 2024 because I work full time. I teach also, right? I have other engagement plus doing ICE. I wasn't combining three courses together. No, the first time I merged three courses together was November 2024. Even at that time, because I teach, I wanted to do all the courses. I didn't apply for any exemptions. So the level one, I wrote two papers in 2022. I went to go and do some other thing else. I came back in 2024 and I didn't apply for exemptions. And that was the time I met three papers. I merged financial accounting, intro, MA, and audit, like part two. And I wrote all the three and I passed. Since then, I've been writing two because I work full time, I teach, right? And I have other engagements. So considering my engagement, teaching, working full time elsewhere, teaching as part of my part-time work, and having other engagements, I just put them in or combine the courses two, and I write. So when I have them as two, I'm able to have time to address or deal with all other issues surrounding me in connection with, let's say, my full-time job, my teaching, and my other engagement plus the ICE. I get it. So you have to also look at the courses you are combining. You are combining because if you go and combine these two heavyweight courses in level 3, level 2, that is FRFM, FR, it's very difficult because MA alone is not an easy thing. And the FR2 is a lot, although there are strategies. So I'll be spending some time. Those who will be writing FR, I'll make time. Then we'll meet some days. We will solve questions. Solving the questions is just the strategies I'll take you through. If it's like this, do it this way. Then you add it to what your the lecturer has taught you, whether you're at SND or any other place, right? You add it to it. Then that's all. And you practice more questions. So for me, one of the key areas is that the combination of courses we take, that will determine our success. We only need 50%. So if you combine like part 2, FR and FM, these things are very heavyweight courses, or FR and ME. Unless if you want to combine both, you may, but ensure that you're going to dedicate a lot of time for these courses. You are combining any of these two together. So if I feel FM is very difficult, I will dedicate only one diet for FM. If I feel ME, I've written it multiple times, I have failed, I'll dedicate time for the FM. The ME, one diet, I'll study only for that and pass. And then the FR. So in a very sitting or in a very year, we have 3 diets. I could dedicate time for each of the papers I've written multiple times and failed. Sit once for that paper and study it carefully and pass and go. Because you only need 50% to pass. Okay, so that is one of the areas I would like us to consider. Look at your engagement. For me, I'm so busy. So if I go and take 4 courses or 3 courses, I will not even have time to study. I'll fail. So because I know my engagement, I'm busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I just go for 2. And that's all that since November 24, why I wrote 3 papers together. All the time, I've been writing 2. And I finished it. Are you getting it? Because I know how busy I am and I don't have so much time, but I'm so busy. Sometimes, even when they will start lectures, the first month, I don't join the lectures. Well, I don't have time. Meanwhile, we have only 3 months. In fact, 2 months and some weeks for lectures. And the 4th month is the exams. So the first month, I hardly even look into Google. I don't have time. I don't really have so much time. Then when it's in the 2nd month, that's when I'll start serious studies for the 2 I've selected to write. Serious studies, right? Then solving questions. So based on that, let me end here. Is there anything else you want us? I mean, concerning what I've spoken about the course, that's level 2. When you get to level 3, so as I said, PSA is very easy to pass. The only thing is, maybe when we meet, I will help with some strategies. Those who will be writing PSA, we'll meet and I'll help with some strategies, how to approach the questions and everything. That's all that we need. After understanding the concept, it's about how to approach the question. The level 3, the courses which are difficult, in fact, all of them are quite difficult. And we have, what's the name? The CR. CR is very, very difficult, but there are strategies. There are strategies. So after understanding the concept, we need strategies how to approach the question. That's a very important thing. So I'll help those who will be writing CR. I'll be having class with you and we will do it together. Then I'll help you with the strategies. All right. Then we have also ATAX, advanced taxation. Audits is quite, as I've said, if you have an accounting background, you don't have so much issues with most of the course because you've covered them during undergrad or you've covered them during your MBA or MSc, right? So you've covered them. However, these are, as we know, it's a professional course. It's very detailed. The content is very detailed. So we'll meet and those who will be resetting the papers, those I'll start with. Since I have some time this month, I'll meet them online. We'll start solving some questions. I'll be helping them with the approaches. Okay. So level 3-2, we have the CR, very difficult. Strategic case 2 is quite difficult. It's not quite difficult. Those will be researching it. I'll see how I'll help. Then we have the advanced audits. Okay. Then we have which one else? We have, yeah, those are the four. Those are the four. So these four, if you feel you are not so much confident in one, just concentrate on, sorry, you're not confident in any of them. We should concentrate on those we know we can handle very well and write and pass than going to combine 2 or 3 because we want to finish quickly. Please, that one is a very difficult task. Me, I don't take that risk because I know my engagement. I'm very busy. I have a lot of things I do. And even when the lecture starts, I don't start that same month. I start my serious studies the second month because that's when I'll start reading and studying and watching all recorded sessions. And I'll spend because the first month I don't mostly have time. So you have to know your engagement and your comprehension of the concepts, the accounting concept and whatever, and then determine whether or not you are going to combine the combination of courses you want to take. I get it. For example, you can take CR and audits, which is fine. CR and audit is fine. Then you can take advanced taxation and strategic case. That is also because strategic case mostly is reading and diagrams, right? It's mostly reading and diagrams. Then the tax 2 is theories and calculations. Audit, no calculation, mostly theory. So it's better you take audits and CR, which will be better for you. So as you concentrate more calculations on CR, then when it comes to the theories, audit will be there. Okay. Then when it comes to the SCS strategic case, you can take strategic case and ATAX. Or if you've written CR before and you failed about twice, just dedicate one diet for CR. That is also another option. Very good. So that one, it will reduce the failure rate in terms of the exams and the reset, the continuity or the repeatedness or repetition of research. Rather, it will discourage you. It will discourage you. So if you give one time to the most difficult course, you sit and we work together with with the lecturers, with the lecture notes, it will also help you. Please, are you good?
Yes,
Please, are you
please.
good?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. So with this first subject spoken of, do you have any else? Do you have anything to say, like clarifications or something, so that we'll discuss and move on to the next? Yeah, please, do you have anything to say?
Hello.
Yeah, madam.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
please.
hear you.
My question is, so in a case you want to write PSA and then audit, what do you advise? Is it a good combination to sit for this diet?
Audit, I say advanced audit.
Yes, advanced audit and then PSA.
Oh, yeah, you can write it. It's okay. It's okay. The PSA, the first thing is that the PSA standards are just, the IPSAs are just like the IFRS. You see borrowing costs there, you see IAS 8 there, you see all of them, most of them repeated there. I get it. But the issue which I've seen is the question 1. The question 1 is the financial statement preparation. I get it. So that is what I'll help students with the strategy. then you
Okay.
can easily get it. Yeah, you can easily get it. So it's good. You can write PSA and audit. So it's fine.
Okay. Please, I will call after the discussion.
That's fine. That's fine. Please, any other person?
Please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. In terms of you said you want to see how best you can help, maybe subject by subject. So for the case study like this, how are you going to do it?
Okay. So for the case study, you see, one of the things is, I don't know. Hold on, let me check something.
Because that's what I didn't get this certain.
Okay. I'll help you to some guidelines.
Okay.
Uh, I'll help with some guidelines. You see, that will lead us to the next topic. So let's finish with this one, the course
Okay, then
combination.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, Victor.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Please, my issue is left with my case study and CR. And
Okay.
please, yeah, with the CR, I've written it. Last sitting was my fourth time. So I
Wow.
think, yeah, a colleague friend of mine told me then I should combine with the case study and write it together. So, per what you were saying, that maybe if one paper is disturbing you, it's better that you concentrate on that particular paper. And now this is the case, the corporate reporting has been worrying me. So is it like advisable I should put down the CR and write the case study or?
Okay. So, for example, when you have repeated, let's say you've researched a paper multiple times, right? What it does is that it gives you, in fact, you become very familiar with the concept. That is one. So when someone has a receipt and he wants to rewrite it, he wants to rewrite a paper, right? Mostly he knows the concept already. He has an understanding about most of them. So the only thing when somebody fails, someone studies so much and goes to write and fails, the issue I look at is one, how is the person trying to, like, does the person understand the concept? That's the first thing. Understand the concept. And two, how to approach the questions. That's all. And maybe three, the speed writing. The speed writing. So these are only the three factors. That does the person understand the concept? Three, what is the approach or what are the strategies the students adopt to approach the question? That is very important. And the third one is the speed writing. Okay. So if you've written CR and SES, in fact, you can even choose to write them one after the other because CR is quite voluminous, right? You can choose to write them one after the other. Like maybe this diet, I'm ready for only CR. Then you concentrate on the CR, you pass. Then let's say the next diet, you are writing SCS. You concentrate on the SCS, you also pass. But if you want to combine both, given your engagement, given how busy you are, you may not even have time for them. Because for me, as I've said, I'm so busy that I don't have so much time to put on about three. I did it once where I put three papers together, I wrote them and I passed. I did it once. After that, I've been writing two because I don't have so much time. And I don't study, I don't start my studies in the first month, maybe the second month. Then for that one, I can sit beside my laptop and my tablet for about 8 hours. I'm just studying. It's 8 hours because I know I've missed a whole month, right? So what I'm trying to say is that you should know your schedules. You should know how your rate of studying is, and then you determine which courses you want to take. Your friend saying you should take two, maybe for him it was okay, but maybe for you it will not be okay. So if you've written CR, I have failed. I've written first time, second time I failed. I will concentrate on only CR for the next diet. I'll deal with the CR guy because it means the CR is being troublesome. If it's SES, I'll concentrate on but the SES, so we will have class together. So that I will help with some strategies to help, for those who are resetting it to pass. Okay. So, Mr. Victor, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. So please look at your I look at my schedules, my engagement, your engagement, and the rate you study. So, for example, another thing is, for me, what I used to do was, due to my business, all the ICAG manuals from level 1 to level 3. I have all of them, and they are question banks. I always buy them. Regardless, the lecturers will give me additional copy because I teach as well. I get it. So I buy all the books, and if we finish writing the exam the first week, right? The second week, the whole second week, I don't study. I rest. The third week of that month, the exam was written. I start studying. So I'll start studying the manual. So I study in advance, mostly the theories. Because for the calculations, the lecturer will come and teach it. And I'll look at his strategy. So mostly my concentration is on the theory, so that by the time the lecturer will come and start covering the calculations, I might be quite far ahead, right? And then I'll be practicing what the lecturer has taught, and I'll continue studying from the manual in addition to the lecture notes the lecturer will give. I get sometimes I have to use charts. Today I will show us how we can use the charts properly. Then we can use it to build, to understand the concept very, very well. Are you getting it? So if you are resisting a paper, after the first week where the exams will be written, the second week or the third week, the next paper you want to write, you can start, if you have the notes, you can start reading. Especially the theories, you can start reading them. I'll show us how we can use charts to study, and it will be very, very helpful. I'll guide us, and it will be, because I use it sometimes. Or most of the times when I'm not getting the head and tail of the course. Okay, so please, any other? Please, any other? All right. So the course combination we should consider. And before you go in for a course to write, look at your schedules, your engagement. We all know we want to finish quickly and move on. Yeah. But it's better than considering my circumstance and determining the course combination, right? Than going to not considering all of them, taking a course, writing and getting receipts. No. That means I'm wasting my resources of time, my time resources, my money resources, my attention resources, right? Even our health resources. Because we don't even sleep because we want to pass the paper. So let's consider our engagement, our comprehension of the concept, our learning rate. Some people learn quickly. Others, they have to learn twice before it will stick. Some, they have to learn 3 times before it will stick. So you have to also consider all those. And then the very course you are writing. Audit is very easy to pass. It's reading. It's very, very easy to pass. Advanced audit is very easy to pass. But look at a course like CR. Very, very difficult. Look at a course like strategic case. Okay, you read. I'll take us through some strategies which will help. So CR is very difficult to pass. It's not an easy thing. It's very difficult. So I will have to give it more time. When it comes to level 2, FM, it's not an easy thing to pass FM. I have the manual. It's about 700 pages. I have the ICAG manual on my bookshelf. It's about 700 pages. FR2 about 700. So many. Manual accounting, the manual is small, but it's a lot because the calculable parts they will have to list in the manual. They've written them as theories. Meanwhile, the calculations there are so many. So if they are to include all the calculations under the topics, it will be like the FM or the MA, the FR manuals. So those courses are also heavyweight. Okay, so please let's consider the course combination based on our engagement and our time and our learning rates, so that we will not be wasting or we will not be spending a lot of our resources. Okay, boss. Samsung. Yeah, please speak. The one whose hand is up. The one whose hand is up, can you speak?
Hello, sir. Since he's not speaking, let me speak.
Okay. Chief, continue.
Yeah. So which institution normally do you recommend for the subject, or maybe for a whole sitting? Maybe if somebody want to be in one particular institution for the whole institution, because now there are a lot of institutions all over, and because the thing has because the thing is currently online. A lot of people, once they charter CA, they go and they establish and they are teaching online. So once you are in the sector for long, which normal institution do you recommend to a student or incoming student, so that at least that one can also be helpful? Because the learning tool from the tutors too can also help the student to pass. Thank you.
All right, sir. So for me, when I began my ICA, I was attending my lectures at the main campus. Main campus. Okay. So that was how I started. And after leaving there, my next destination was S&D. That was why I've been. I mean, that's why I came to write FM, FM, and I wrote and I joined their intervention because I told you I didn't apply for exemptions because I teach, so I need to understand all the concepts. So I didn't apply for it. I just started from level 1, wrote my papers. So when I joined S&E, I wrote FM, and during their intervention, I wrote taxation, principle of taxation. Then I wrote all my other papers, my level 3 papers. I wrote all of them with S&D. All that I will say is, so from what I'm saying, I've only had 2 tuition centers, the main campus, ICA, and S&D. All that I will say is that, you see, it's a strategy which is needed after we've understood or after we learn. We need a strategy to approach the questions. That's what I've seen about most of the students I have communicated, and some too. I used to teach at, or I teach at UPSC, not as a lecturer, but as a private tutor. I teach the MBAs, MSc, undergrads, the courses. Sometimes, I think last year or so, I was having classes with some of the ICA candidates. We will meet them, we'll be solving questions. One of the things I noticed, and I've always noticed, is the approach to the question. Not that you don't know. Maybe you understand, but how do I approach the question? That's the issue. That's just the issue. So that is what, when we start solving the question, I'll be helping you with how to approach the question. That's all. So you can be attending the classes, whichever school you want to go. It's about how to approach the question. That's the main thing. Because let's say S&E, for example, the lecture notes, if the lecturers are solving examples, all the examples are past questions. Just that probably they don't indicate the year or the date the exam was written, but they're all past questions. So I will not have to spend extra time going to solve other past questions when the lecturers are always solving past questions in their illustrations, in the intervention, in the mock. They are all past questions. So when we come there, I will show you about the approach. That one is, I think, the 4th item we'll speak on, how to approach the question. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend that this institution is better or that, because for me, I've only attended 2 tuition centers, the main campus and S&D, and I finished my papers. So some of the strategies I know to approach questions, which I used to teach so many people, which works for them, I also share it with you. And some also, I'll be solving questions with you, and I'll show you the strategy. Because the strategy is how to approach the question. That is the main thing, how to approach the question. Because you can be in the exam, so the one question, how you approach it will tell whether you fail or you not fail. Yeah. Please, are you okay?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. So you can be in S&D and you pass, because we see people who score 4/5, 5/5, people score 3/5, 2/5, 2/2. It's what it means is that, and we are all different people. Like I said, some have strong accounting background. Some, though they did accounting, they don't have a strong accounting background. So it's diverse. However, so long as we are all learning, I mean, to pass, we can pass. So I'll help with some of the strategies, and then it will be okay for us. Okay, so please, any other person? Okay, your microphone. Type your question. I'll read it here. Sorry, your microphone is not working.
Senior, good evening.
Evening, sir.
Yeah, so my question is on CR. As you mentioned that you are going to show us the approach, how to go about the questions, and then what to tackle first before you move on. Mine is more on the CR. It's left with CR to go. So I'll be very happy in terms of strategy, how to approach the questions, and then be able to get it done. So
Okay.
that is what yeah.
Okay. So for those of us who are in the Icag ICAG exam tips group, that other group, I'll send the courses there. CR, all the courses, then you join. So that I know that when I want to solve questions with the CR candidates, the CR, I'll go to their group, we'll schedule the dates. Then when we meet, I'll solve questions with them. So when it's PSA, I'll go to the PSA group, We'll solve questions, help them with the approach, the strategy. Then you pass. Then that's how it is. So mostly if you don't have, let's say, undergrad, you didn't do accounting, but MBA or MSc, you did accounting, and I come to do professional, you struggle because professional is very detailed. It's very, very detailed. So undergrad, he didn't do accounting, MBA, he did accounting, then he passed because for academia, you definitely pass. Whether you get C or C minus, you pass. But when it comes to professional, it's very detailed. So professional is where your weaknesses will be exposed. Maybe during the MBA or MSc, you didn't understand so much about ledgers. You didn't understand so much about double entry. Those basics, that's where they'll start revealing themselves in the CR. I getting it. So when we take the course and I look and I listen to or I know the concerns of the student, I'll see where I'll take it from. And sometimes it's just a basic way you have to explain it for them to understand. And for the lecturers too, it's just 2 months and about 2 weeks for the full lecture. So look at I have the CR manual here. Hold on for me. Okay, so I'm back. So for example, let me take the ICA manual, for example, and let me take the number of pages of the CR. I have it here. I have all the books. It's 725, the corporate reporting. 725. And this 725, the number of chapters are, let me see. There are 35 chapters in here. So it's 725, there are 35 chapters. The lecturer teaching is going to take 2 months and 2 weeks to finish all these 35 chapters within 2 months, 2 weeks. Then you write the paper the next night. So the time is very limited. The time is never adequate. It's never sufficient. It's always limited. So and the lecturer is going to squeeze himself, sacrifice more time, and complete 735-page book, which has 35 chapters. And even the 35 chapters, some of them, they didn't include some standards in level 2. So if they are to include some standards in level 2, it will be exceed the 735 chapters. So you see that even the lecturers, they strive and struggle to take all the courses because they want to complete everything. And you have to complete everything per the syllabus. You have to complete everything. So the student's duty will be that the things are becoming many. So how do I maneuver? How do I handle? That is why I'm coming to help us with how we can approach it. Because there are many. The lecturer, he has to finish it. And he may not always have the time to take you through some strategies because he has to finish it. So as you attend your class and you want to, as you're attending your class, right? My role, I'll come in whenever I have the time. Then I'll come and help you solve some questions. So we'll pick a question. And then I'll show you, when you see this question, this is how you go about it. This is how you go about it. That's the strategy I'll help you with. And you practice. The practicing will be that you have to practice the same questions the lecturer is teaching you. The same, don't go and solve any question because all the questions they are solving with us, they are all past questions. They can give us the year, we go and find it. So for me, when I knew that what the lecturer is solving, all the questions are past questions, I don't bother myself to go and pick some other person to struggle and I don't even know how the examiner came by the answer. I will not even kill myself there. The same questions the lecturer has solved with us, we have to solve it. Right? So if it is business valuation in CR and you have solved 3 questions, make sure you're able to solve those 3 questions that are business valuation, the same 3. Make sure you're able to solve the 3 questions. So we will meet and then I'll show you the strategies. Otherwise, we may just go and we will have issues. We will write it over and over again and there will be the strategy. I wrote CR once and I passed. I wrote it once and I passed. So how I did it, despite my busy engagement and schedule, is the same I'm going to take you through. Because the whole thing is, we need to break it down, understand it and the strategies, and you'll be okay. You pass so that you qualify and everything will be fine.
Thank you, Senior. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Please, any other? Okay. So we are done with the course combination. Please, very significant. When we see in the group, the lectures will be posting 5/4, 3/4. It's good. Me, my schedule and those people, their schedules, if they know how busy I am, I can't take on 3 at the same time. I told you I took three courses together once. Even that one, I did some real thinking, and I was not even having time, but I had to study and pass. I get it. So, for example, if you want to combine courses, look at your schedule, your engagement. Let's say your job, family, just look at that. 1, 2, look at your rate of assimilation. Someone's rate of assimilation is very sharp and quick because maybe he has done it before, so he still has the ideas and others. But maybe you don't have that rate of assimilation. You cannot capture things quickly. So you have to take time. You have to read more before you can get it. I get it. So you have to consider all those before you go in for a particular course. The third one is you have to look at your rate of assimilation. Now that's your learning rate. And 2, your engagement. And 3, the courses you are going to combine. Like someone says she's going to take PSA and audit. It's very good. Between the PSA and audit, the only calculation one is the PSA. And PSA 2, we have a lot of theories in there. And since she has done standards before in FR, he's going to meet some as repetition. So FR and PSA, she can pass both. That's all. She can just pass both. I'll just help with the PSA, the strategies. That's all. She can pass both and she would go. Very good. So if you are combined, if you have in level 3, you are taking CR and SCS, you have to make sure you are dedicating a lot of time. I have all the manual, the ICAG manuals for all the courses, the 14 papers. I have all of them here, and they are past question marks. Okay, well, CR only is around 725 pages, 35 chapters. It's not a joke. It's a lot, right? And even if you take business valuation, there are different companies of the business valuation. So I'll help with the strategies and we'll be able to make it. Okay, the next one is format. I want to talk about the exam format. The exam format. So
please, quick one. Excuse me, quick one. Is it advisable to take CR and advanced stagnation? Quick one. Please.
Yeah,
sorry
you
for
can
that.
take. Yeah, I'm okay. You can take that, but you see, if, for example, you've taken CR and advanced stagnation before and you failed both, I'll not advise you to go for the second time, take both again. No. I'll not advise you to go for that method again because the advanced taxation too is a lot. Advanced taxation is a lot. We all know petroleum, this, different kinds of this, so many of them. And the theories in addition. The theories, how you would examine case studies and how to resolve some of these issues using theories. Meanwhile, we can use calculation, but they will not even ask questions on the calculable part. They will ask questions that these same principles, don't use calculation, now use theories to answer the case study. And that is where a struggle comes in. Because maybe we have prepared so much for the calculable part, we went and there's a diversion. They are now going in for the calculable part. It's very difficult. So I would advise, if one course has been troublesome over the period, take one diet for that course, write and pass and go. That's it. If it's advanced taxation.
I was thinking about the first time. If maybe the person wants to take it the first time and the person wants to do the CR in advance, not like a person wants to resit.
If you want to take it, fine. But all I'm trying to say is that you have to dedicate time. A lot of time, not the last month, you see, we have 3 lecture months. For example, the exams is in first week of November. So November is out. Studies for November is out. So we'll start we have August, September, October. These 3 months. Don't start studying in September. You will not make anything. The month of September is a month of past questions. So if you want to start studying in September to write in November, you will fail. That one you will fail. Because you don't have to start studying in October, because the exam is in September. So October is past questions and like you are doing revision. That month is revision month. So if I'm going to write my exam in the first week of November and I start serious studies in October, I can fail. That one I'll fail. That is what I'm saying. For example, if you're the first timer writing CR and ATAX, CR is a lot. And ATAX, CR is 725 pages, 35 chapters. ATAX 2, about 17 or 18 chapters. I have the manual there. But it's a lot because of the computational part and others. It's a lot. So you don't have to wait till we have exams in November, first week in November. So November is out. Studies in November is out. We cannot start studying seriously in October. Meanwhile, we have exams in November. No, we'll fail. That one will fail. So the better part is you start, if you have the document already, the lecture note already, start studying in even September. No, sorry, is it August, September, October? Start studying even August because you have the lecture notes. If you're a first timer, you cannot, you may hold on with serious studies. So let's say the getting to the end of the August, then you start with serious studies if you're a first timer, because by that time you would have seen how the face of the work is, the load, the pressure, you've seen it. So you can start. Okay, sorry, my network failed. So as I'm saying, a first timer, you may not know how the CR volume is. So you can wait, hold on. When after the lecture has covered about 15 days, you had continuous lectures for 15 days and you are getting to the end of the month, then you can start the serious studies. Because the serious studies will be, you are going to revise all that he has taught from the first day of August to where you are. And you know he'll be continuing. So if you wait till we are writing exams in November, first week, and you want to start serious studies in October, it's a lot. It's a whole lot, but the month of October should be the month of revision. So if you are a first timer or we are doing the month of October is the month we are doing revision. Is the month we are doing revision. So that month, you cannot say you are not going to start learning any new thing. It will never work. It will never work. I can take pictures of all my ICA manuals. I read from chapter to chapter. I finish everything because I need to understand because I teach. I get in it. I teach because, for example, when I'm teaching these MBA or master's students, some topics are there which are very detailed in their professional, but at the MBA or master's level, they just take a portion of it. Let's say it is 5 steps, 5 stages to get the answer. They will only be taught the first step, and they'll set questions on the first step. Are you getting it? But when we come to the professional, it's very, as we know what that is detail, we have to make more time, and we cannot wait till October and study everything with the lecturer has taught, all the lecture notes, recording sessions, and go and write exams in November. Please, that one will fail. We will really, really fail. So it's best the diet begins in August and ends in October, and the exam is in November. So, and in October too, we have 1 week free. We have 1 week to ourselves. 1 week to ourselves to study. So let's say October has 4 weeks. In the 4 weeks of October, the intervention takes 1 week. So we have 3 weeks left. And we have 1 week to ourselves to study for the exams. So 2 weeks gone. So in the month of October, we have only 2 weeks of lecture, plus the 2 months, August and September. So we have only 2 months, 2 weeks. That is when the lecturers will be teaching very vigorously and robustly. After that, they have 1 week for intervention. The last week in October is to the student to study on their own. So that month, we cannot study aggressively to write exams in November. If you do that, we'll fail. So the best thing is that in the month of August, if I'm a new person writing a difficult course, I have to take time and start serious study somewhere getting to the end of August. That will really help us. Please, are we okay? Are we okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
you're fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that is really helpful. August. And that is why I told you, for me, when the lecture starts, if it's a new course, when the lecture starts, I don't start studying. I start studying in October. The first week I start. And that one, I can spend 8 hours behind my laptop just studying, reading, solving the questions. It's like I'm studying, in September, not in October. October is just the month before the exam. So in September, I start serious studies. So if you cannot dedicate 8 hours or 9 hours sitting and studying, you go for lunch, come back, you are home, you go for lunch, come back, then you have to start early in August. And the next one I'm going to talk about is the format. The format. We need the exams format. Some people are like, IC doesn't give areas. They give areas, right? The areas are in the format which they share. So let me share with you the format. Some of us, we've seen most of them. So let me share. Let me take a course like CR, and let's look at the format. So I'm going to display it on my screen. A moment of. A moment. Can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my
Yes,
screen?
yes, you can see. Yes, please.
So you could see all my level 3, but I wrote them as S&D. It's not about, sometimes it's about where you write it, I understand. But also, we don't rely only on the lecture or the lecturers for what we are learning. They are doing their best to cover, if it's CCR, 725-page book, right? Manual, which has about 35 pages. They are trying their best to cover all within 2 months, 2 weeks. It's not a joke. That's why sometimes they have to sacrifice extra time, have classes are done, which is not even part of the timetable, because they have to cover it, right? So that the students will be ready for the exams. So here, let's take CR, for example. These are all CR notes, right? Now, let me show some. So I'm talking about the format. It is the CR format. Let's see something. Another thing is the format. If you are reciting, for yours is a gracious moment. So this is the format the ICA is using. Every 5 years, they change the format. This is 2024 to 2029, so 5 years. So at the end of 2029, they will bring in a new format. And the issue is that we must always strive to pass the paper within a syllabic period. This is a syllabic period, this 5-year syllabic period. This is because after 2029, let's say into 2030, they will bring a new format. They will bring the new syllabus. Syllabus, they may have changed a little, or they may have changed something small from the topics, but the topics are the same. However, their exam structure will change. This is 5. In IC, here there are certain 5 questions, right? 5 questions. In the next syllabic year, which is another 5-year period, they can say now our standard questions will not be 5. Let's make our standard question 6. They can increase it from 5 to 6. So if it is 6, then they will start sharing question. One will take 15 marks, and they can change that. Financial statement will not be the first question. So it's always good we work within the 5-year syllabic year and finish the paper. Otherwise, if we wait till another syllabic year, they are going to change the entire format. And that one's a whole lot of work again. They are going to change the entire format. Question 1, they can give this one. Formerly, ratios was 20 marks. Here. Where is it? Formerly, ratios was 20 marks. But now they've changed it, right? Formerly, here was 20 marks. This was 20 marks. Now they said this syllabic here is 15, and they brought this one here, 5 marks. So we have to work within the syllabic here. Now, the areas for ICE are in the format. All my ICE papers where I touched the paper once and passed and went, I had some tools. My tools were: 1, I need the exam format. This is the format. 2, I need the ICA manual. Though we have lecture notes, but I need the manual. Why? Because I need to understand it better, because I may use it to teach, because I was teaching, right? So this format here contains all the areas. This format here. When we are done, I'll find my CR format. I'll take a picture and send it to the group. You look at how I study the format. I study it like Apo, and everything I cover, I mark everywhere. So the standards here, when the lecturer solves it with us, I'll check it. Maybe has done IFRS 16, I'll check it. IS 19, I'll check it. And here we have level 3 standards and level 2. IFRS 16 is level 2, is level 3. IS 19, employee benefits, it is level 3 standards. IFRS 2, share-based, right? Share options and share-based payment is level 3. IFRS 13, IAS 12, income tax is level 2. But it can also be applied level 3. So, in fact, I learned all the level 3 standards. I make sure all the level 3 standards, I can solve the questions the lecturer has solved with us. I'm not going to kill myself with past questions in those ones. They will give me headache because the examiner's approach will only confuse me. So I just stick to what the lecturer has solved. That's all. I practice and practice and practice and practice. So here, for example, we know that when you get to the exam, so question 2B is standards. In other words, all these standards they've written here, you should be able to know everything about it. And other ones the lecturers will solve. Mostly the level 3 standards, they must be on our fingertips. Level 3 standards must be on our fingertips. We should know it by heart, right? Then the additional ones they will teach, we should know them because I know when I go to question 2, it's standards, 20 marks. So the theories and computations must be understood. I don't have an option because I'm going to meet question 2B, 20 marks. I'm going to meet it there. Question 2 is 20. I'm going to meet it there. Are you getting it? So if the lecturer is teaching anything on standards, I know in ICA manual, in the exam, it will feature in question 2. And it's 20 marks. So I cannot afford to say I'm waiting till October. Maybe look at all these plenty standards. So many of them. You are going to read theory. And I think for about 2 diets now or 3, most of the standards, they ask on theories. No computation, they ask on theories. Most of the standards, they ask questions, they ask on theories. So I need to read the standards, understand them. I use a lot of AI to help me with the concept, understand the concepts. I have to study all of them, read them. And in this year, standards takes, I think, 25 or 30 marks. This question 2 is 20 marks, standards. There's another one here. Look at this one too. It's 30 marks. So if you joke with standards, you are losing 30 marks already. If we joke with standards, we are losing 30 marks already. We should just know that I have failed because if 30 marks are gone and I have 70 left, what is the guarantee that I may pass? So you cannot skip standards in the exam. Therefore, if you wait till October, meanwhile the exam is in November, and you're not going to read all these standards, please, it's not possible. I can't do that. I can't do that. So when they start with the standards, we are mastering the standards compulsorily because it's 30 marks, right? So I know that question 1 comes in with a consolidation. The consolidation, that's the question 1, console here. So and the consolidations, they are about different aspects, right? We have the vertical group, we have the complex group, we have the associates and this and that, and the associates and the subsidy, different categories. Are you getting it? The disposals and the acquisitions, the step acquisition, different. All of them can be in question 20. So when we start, I'll show you the approach, the strategy, how to get it. It will be okay for you. And you have to solve all the questions the lecturers will solve with you. Or you have to be able to solve them. If you cannot solve the same questions the lecturer has solved with you in class on your own, we are not ready for the exams. Because the questions which will come to the exam, we are not to finish everything. And when I was writing CR, it's a lot, and you have to write speedily. This question, I didn't type this question. Ratios, where is it? Question 5, I didn't do this. But when the results came, I had 54. I didn't do question. I didn't even touch anything here. Because when I read it, it had leases in the question. No. You let me wait. Let me go and do the other ones. So the whole of question 5, I lost 15 marks. So when I was reading the exam, I had in my mind that I'm going to struggle. 85% is what I'm going to struggle for. And the 85%, I should have 50 or above. Because I know 15%, I've lost 15%. Because it was a lot. So I didn't take number 15, but I did number 5. And I did all the others. I touched all the others. And when it came, I had 54. And I was okay. Please, are you getting it? Why did I know that this 15 marks, it may or it may not work? Because this format, I study it, and it's my guide to studying the areas and topics. It's my guide. It's my guide. I didn't type the 15 because I didn't have enough time. So I just left it out. And I finished with the question 4B, number 5 marks. So please, this is the format. This is what they look on to set the questions. Question 1 would definitely be consolidation. Different areas of the consolidation. Different areas. Question 2 is completely standards, theories and computation. Question 2, completely standard. So if I'm able to get it right, I'm okay. Question 3A is 10 marks, also standard. So standard is taking 30 marks. Console is taking 20 marks. Question 3B is about theories. All these are theories. So CR, you shouldn't even write CR and get receipts. That's to me. You shouldn't even write CR and get receipts, because if you examine the thing carefully, it's not anything difficult. Just look at question 3. Standards are 30. If you get 15 out of the 30, theories are 10. Even if you get 5, you are 20. We need 30 more to go, right? Then console, you cannot finish the console. Console is 20. Come and get 10 here or 8 here. Plus 8, you have 28, right? Then you come to business valuation. This is 15 marks. Come and score 8 here. Plus your 28, you have 36. This is theories. All these are theories. Come and score 3 here. You are about 41. Then here, come and score something. You get the mark. But as I'm saying, we need the format. The format. For me, for all my papers where I'll touch it once and pass, I use format, ICM on the lecture notes, and I use chat, I use AI. That's it. Because standards are 30 marks. So if I want to know which standards are going to pass, I'm going to pass. I have these standards.
Hello, sir. Please, I'll
Yes,
come
sir.
in. Quick one. With the AI, when you input maybe the calculation questions, would it bring the answers to? Because once I send AI.
Yeah. I'll help us when we get there. That's our last thing to
Okay,
do.
okay.
I'll help us
Okay,
when we get
because
there.
yes.
Yeah. So please watch. So question 2 is standards. You have to make. If you want to wait till October and learn all this, please, you fail. If you want to wait till October, you fail, because the exam is in November. And October, it will be a lot. It will be packed. Intervention for 6 hours. 6 hours. So I sit on my butt and watching the recorded session, and my butt will be aching me. 6 hours, and you are waiting till October. You will not even make it. So better start in August, next month. If you are resetting, you have to start early. You are come to those who are resetting. I'll speak on that. So the standards, question 3A, 10 marks. Standard is only 30 marks. Don't go and solve any new question. Me, I have never solved a question from other school before. That this person is here. I don't have the time, because even the time I have, I'm sacrificing some of my time to do my job, my full-time work, to go and teach, to go and do other engagements, and to study, to go to school and study. So I don't have the time to go and bring other people's intervention questions and come and kill my. No. All that I'm saying is what the lecturers have solved, they are all past questions. And the secret is, if you solve a lot of past questions, right? If you solve a lot of past questions, then when you meet the exam questions, it will become past questions to you. Only that one you are timed. If you solve a lot of past questions, the exam questions become past questions. Are you getting it? When you solve a lot of past questions, the exam questions become past questions. And all the examples and the lectures are solved, they are all past questions. So we have to sit and revisit those questions the lectures have solved, and ensure we're able to solve them on our own. We may not be able to solve all completely like the lecturer, but then we should be able to solve them on our own to the best we can. To the best. In fact, try to solve all on our own. If you're able to solve 3, if the lecturer has solved 3 questions with us on business valuation, and I pick those same 3 questions, and I'm able to solve them on my own, those 3 questions, it means that any question on business valuation, I may not get the full mark, but I can be able to do something on it. And the business valuation, capital reconstruction, and the external reorganization, designing a capital scheme, they are all in question 15. Plus, they come with theories. They come with theories here, 15 marks. 15 marks. I was told the last diet, the just ended diet, it was capital reduction scheme, which is very easy. Are you getting it? So I'll just teach you the strategy. That's all. In fact, we are not to have 15 over 15. Me, I don't go for 15 over 15. Touch it, do something, do something, do something. You may not get all. If I question 4, the capital reduction and external reconstruction, whichever question comes, I score 8 or 10. That is what I want. Because for me to score 15, it means I have to sit down and do it. I don't have the time. I have to touch everything. So that is what I'm trying to say, right? That's what I'm trying to say. And it's a lot. So the same questions the lecturer has solved with us, we should be able to solve them again. The same questions, we should be able to solve them again on our own. Regardless, don't even pay attention to, I'm going to solve this past question here, where in that manual, the examiner, the ICA examiner will be confusing me. The ICA examiner will be confusing me. Please don't give time for that. You have to give your time for or to the same thing the lecturer is teaching, the same question. Just solve them to the extent that you can solve them on your own if you are presented with the same question. Because as you solve them on your own, right, you'll be able to remember the steps you will take to solve the question. And those steps are the same steps you apply in the exams. The same steps, only that the figures are going to change and they'll bring some footnotes, but the same steps. If it's business valuation, the same steps. If it's capital reconstruction, the same steps, but the figures will change. But in there, they are not marking total answer. They are marking the steps. So if I'm able to get my steps right and my inputs were quite wrong, I'm gone. That's how we have to go about it. The question 3B is 10 marks. All these are theories. So if I want to study, if I have the ICA manual, I mostly, when I'm studying the format, I use the ICA manual. Sometimes you will find it in the S&D lecture notes or the lecture notes any school is using. If their lecture notes are confusing, you don't have ICA manual, use AI. Use AI. Are you getting it? You use AI and the AI will give you the notes. I'll use this for us to see so that it can help us in understanding. So these are all theories. Discuss the background to the development, reporting, and the role of the following. The task force on climate-related financial disclosures. This is how you should. And you could see that they will ask a question directly from here. They can ask a question from here because they said a question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are listening. We are listening.
Thank you very much. I wanted to suggest that, yes, given that we have different people in what do we call it, registering different courses.
Okay.
I would have suggested that maybe once this is a general call, we could concentrate on what is common to all of us. Then maybe when you create those groups and then you meet them, you have to meet the individual what we call courses. Then the details in each of those courses can be looked at. That is my suggestion. Anyway, I don't know.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
that
I
we could
understand.
concentrate
We'll do
on the
that.
general one, what is common to all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, okay. So, as I'm trying to say, thank you. So, I'll do it that way. So, here, for example, question 3, I know these are the questions coming. So, I'll be reading on them. In fact, I use the format mostly when it is in the last month before the exam. Like now, November is the exam. October is where I focus on the format. So, I use the format for my revision. And if, for example, I'm looking at the standard of IAS 19, I'm revising IAS 19, I'll go and pick the questions the lecturer solved, and I'll solve questions on that. The questions he solved, I'll solve them again. That's my revision. I'll not go and bring any other material from the past questions which will confuse my life. No, because we don't have time. I get in it. So what I'm trying to say, although it's the reason I'm using this format is because all the courses have formats, and I'm saying the questions they ask are all from the format, the structure of the exam. They say question 3, this will come. You definitely go and see question 3, that's the CR last 2 dates from November 2024. Go and check question 3A. You see that there are question 3A, you see 10 marks for question 3 for standards, 10. From November 2024, which this syllabus cover, till the last date, all the question 3, maybe A or B, they have standards which are 10 marks. Then you have theories, and one of them will fall here. It's also 10 marks. So this is the areas. These are the areas the questions will come from. They said advice on specialized transactions, designing capital reconstruction, implementing this. The 15 marks will come from this area. So why would I bother myself struggling when I know that definitely question 4A, 15 marks is coming from this area? I'll just concentrate on this area and solve questions the lecturer has solved under the designing capital reduction, implementing external, and get my 15 marks. The 4B is theories. It's also 5 marks. I'll go and read on this. If I don't understand this, I'll just use AI. If it's not in the SND notes, I'll use AI.
Please, you're saying that you want to, when the question was asked, you jumped so that you can see how you are saying the AI.
Okay, I should use it for you to see, right?
Yeah, because yes, you wanted to use it and the question came, so you jumped over it. So that I want to see how you, yes.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so let's look at question 5, right? So question 5 is what? The ratios. Financial statement ratios, these are here. Here. They have the ratios, the other forms of ratios, so many other forms of ratios. Okay, and then the 5C is the theories. So please, though this is for CR, is the same for all the papers. They all have formats. I'll share all the formats in the groups. So if you are reciting, if you are reciting, you have two options. You can if you are reciting the same paper, you have two options. You can register for the same course, or you can choose not to register. All the notes the lecturer has solved with you, you sit down, you have the lecture notes, you have the solutions in your book, right? You just be revising and revising and revising. The theories, if reading and comprehending what you're reading is a difficulty, we are going to use chat right now or AI right now. It will help us. I get it. So if you are reciting, you have two options. You have one out of two options. You can choose to register for your receipt paper and go through the beginning again to the end. Or you can say, this paper, I'll join during intervention. Because I have written it before and I have the receipt, I have the lecture notes. I'm going to, and I have the solutions to the questions, all the examples we solved. So you'll just be practicing and revising and reading and practicing and comparing your answer to the lecture solution. Then maybe when it's during intervention, you join as a refresher. Are you getting it? Then you can concentrate your strength on another. You can register for another course, and for the research course, you'll be doing your own revision per the format. Then when it's intervention, you can register for the intervention, and you join the intervention and go and write the paper, or you can register for the research paper again and start all over with the lecture. Are you getting it? If I'm in your shoes and I'm researching the paper, I'll go with the first option. I have the lecture notes. I have the lecturer solution, which he taught. I remember them. The theories, I can read them. I can use chat to explain them by the calculation. So I'll use the format and start reading according to the format, solving the question. If I get to ratios, for example, and I want to solve questions, I refer to all the ratios and different forms of financial statement analysis the lecturer solved with us, and I'll look at the questions he solved, and I'll compare his solution. I'll try to solve them. It's like I'm learning how to, but it's like I'm using my first copy book. First copy book, we look at how the alphabets have been written, and I trace it. I write over it. Then after that, they will tell me, close it. Now write A, let me see. So write A, let me see is when you yourself are trying to solve the questions to ascertain your comprehension or your accuracy level. That's how you have to solve it. First, you just be recopying the lecture solution. The second part or the third part is where you pick the full question and solve it on your own. Then it means that any question which you come from business ratios around this type of ratios, you can be able to solve them. Are you getting it? So that is what I'm trying to say. So let's say I have this here, and this portion is not in the lecture notes, whether SND, Leon, and the ICA main campus. Let's say this lecture note is not there. It's not captured well. But the B, and it's 5 marks. The B says, explain with the example the additional information that may be included in an annual report beyond financial statements in accordance with the international best practice and local requirements, including management reports, risk information. I'll copy this. I don't even understand. Let's say I don't understand this. I'll copy this. Then I'll open my, hold on. No. Okay. So here is, I'll go to, the two, there are so many AIs, right? There are so many AIs you can use. Let me show you this. You can use, most people are known, or most people know ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT. You can use Gemini. Gemini is for Google. You can use Claude. In fact, I use Claude to even prepare financial statements. I use Claude to prepare management reports. I use Claude to do a lot of things. That Claude is very powerful AI. Now, you can use Grok. This Grok is for Elon Musk. Grok AI. You can use, if you want to do research, deep research, you can use this AI, Perplexity. Are you getting it? So you can use any of these. So sometimes if you want to compare answers, the solution Gemini will give you will not be the same as what Claude will give you, right? I can drop in a question from one of the lecture notes, and I'll drop it in. I'll ask the AI to solve it for me, and it will solve it and it will explain all the steps very, 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 very well, and I understand the concept very well. Assuming the lecturer, when he explained, I didn't get it well. So I'll use the AI. AI will be going to be my friend. So all these three, I was using chat this morning for reports for some people. So my time is past. I mean, I cannot use it. But I use this one the most, Gemini and Claude. And for Gemini, I pay every month. So let me go and use Gemini. Let me use Gemini here. So Gemini, I can be on it for even so many hours. I'll not be locked out because I pay every month and I use it. So Gemini AI. Okay, that's it. So this is it. This is Gemini. Now, the question I copied, let me paste it here. It says, oh, sorry. Let me go and bring the question. Where is it? So I'm copying this. Please watch. I've copied it. Now I'm pasting it here. I've pasted it in Gemini. It says, now please watch. Whenever you are using AI, you have to give the AI, you see, the AI use a lot of information. So if you write anything there, to give you any answer. So if you want AI to give you the preferred answer, it depends on the prompt you give it. So for example, I would say, assuming you are an examiner, right? Examiner at ICAG. It knows ICAG, right? Or assuming you are the chief examiner. I'm giving it a certain role to play for me. The role is that the AI should assume the role of a chief examiner at ICAG. Explain with practical examples, right? Then I've pasted a question there for you to do it for me. Now, at the end, if I leave it like this, remember the AI is like a child or a grand lady. If you want the grand lady to understand, you have to break it down, like break the question down as though you are speaking to a child, so the AI will get it right. If I leave it like this, it will be using some terminologies and exams I may not even comprehend. So I'll say, explain as though speaking, or explain as though speaking to a 10-year-old. So here, it will break down all the big grammar and make it very simple for me. Simplify it for me. Explain as though speaking to a 10-year-old. Don't use jargons. Otherwise, you go and bring some terms I don't even understand. I'm restricting it to give me the solution I want. Don't use jargons. Don't do anything else. Otherwise, it will hallucinate. Hallucination, I mean, it's going to give you some awkward answers you are never expecting. So here I've restricted the AI. Let's see what it will tell me. That's a question 5B in the CR. Okay. It says, imagine a company like a big school, and the annual report is its end of year report card. Now, the financial statements are just the page with the final numbers, like getting an A in math or B in English. But a parent's night report card usually has a lot more pages written by the head teacher. And okay, here are the extra pages that must be in the report. And so everyone knows the full story. So yes, he's talking about some extra extracts, or let's see. Explain with practical example the additional information. What will be in the additional information? That may be included in annual report beyond financial statement in accordance with international best practices and local requirements, including management reports, risk. So let's see what it's saying. It says 1, management reports. What it says, the leaders of the company write a story about how the year went. Numbers don't talk, so the leaders have to explain them, right? Practical example, if the school made less money, now that if I read all this in relation to the school and I understand, then I can bring in an institution. Use the same explanation, right? Because now I have to first understand the background. So using a school, I've understood the background. So I'm saying use the same explanation to address or to speak about the additional information, let's say for a commercial bank in Ghana. Let's see how. So it has explained all this basically like to a 10-year-old. I've gotten the concept. Now I'm making it more practical. You should use it to deal with a commercial bank or a limited liability company in Ghana, right? So let's see how it will use the same if we want to address this. And please, it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of work. Okay. So assuming I'm going to do all this in October. Meanwhile, my exam is in November. Oh, I'll fail. So you have to start early. Okay. So this is the management report, the bank manager's letter. What it is, the leaders explain how much money came in, how much was lent out, and how the bank did during the year. Why it matters. It explains why the bank made choices like giving out more loans or opening new branches. Practical example, the manager writes, this year we built 10 new ATM machines in Kumasi and Accra. That's how it will speak on the management's report. So where the ICA question is saying that, right? The additional information, which area should they cover? He said they should cover management reports, risk information, governance reports, and financial summaries, key KPIs and highlights. These 4 different areas where the ICA question 5B for CR may ask me to write any of them, right? They have captured it for me here. They showed me how the face of it would be like. Management reports, risk information, governance reports, financial summaries, KPIs. Which KPIs are we going to look at? The targets, the values targets, the highlights. So I now know that the question 5B, this question 5B, when it comes, when they need information on management reports, best practices, I have an idea how to go about it. Maybe the ICA manual didn't capture this. Maybe the lecture notes, wherever I'm having my tuition, never captured this. But then, with the help of the AI, it has explained to me the concepts like to a 10-year-old, and now I've made it practical with a real-world example with a bank. Or we can give it any PLC, publicly listed company, MTN, whatever, and it will give me how I should go about it. Then I'll make my own note somewhere. Please, are we okay? Please, are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same for all. If you want it, you have a standard, you don't understand it well. Like, let's say IFRS 2. Let's look at the way I'm going to use it. IFRS 2. I'm getting confused with the IFRS 2. Where is it? IFRS 2. So explain, let's say, as an accounting lecturer. First give it a certain role. As an accounting lecturer, explain IFRS 2. with practical examples to level 100 undergraduate students. Don't use jargon. Don't use jargons. Or as an accounting lecturer, explain IFRS 2 with 3 practical examples to a level 100 undergraduate students, to a level 100 non-accounting undergraduate students, meaning the student doesn't have accounting background. Don't use jargons. Let's see what AI will do. So the lecturer has taught IFRS 2. He has read the slides. I don't even get the head and tail. I'll still follow what he has said. Now, my own work is, I'll now come and use my AI, my friend. My friend is come to tell me everything. Imagine you run a small business like a lemonade stand or a tech startup. When you hire people to work for you or buy supplies, you usually pay them with cash. IFRS 2, International Reporting Standard, is simply the accounting rule for what happens when a company pays for things using shares of the company instead of cash. Good. Then a share is like, it will explain everything. If you don't understand anything it said, when you finish reading, just come there and type it that should explain further. It will explain. Also, I can access, you see, here, look at how it gave us the information. Now look at another way it can give me the information. As an accounting lecturer, every standard, there are 5 ways to teach a standard. As an accounting lecturer, right? There are 5 ways standards are taught. Explain IFRS 2 in accordance with the following structure or format. 1, objectives and scope. You see, the first one, I didn't talk about objectives. It just went straight because of what I told you to do. Objectives and scope. 2, we have objectives and scopes. We have terminologies. The terminologies. You have to know the terminologies there. Terminologies. 3, we have the recognition and measurement criteria. Recognition and measurement criteria. 4, we have the presentation in the financial statement. Then 5, you have disclosures. Use practical examples where necessary. I get it. Explain as though you are speaking to a level 200, the same level 100, this level 100 undergraduate non-accounting students. So let's see how it will also give it. The same IFRS 2, but based on the prompt I gave it, that's what it's saying. The first one, it just came with examples and blah, blah, blah. But if you want to go by this, you don't understand it. I get it. You know, it will not be very good, right? Or you may read it for a brief understanding. But whenever we are teaching standards, you take 5 steps in standards. The objectives and scope, terminologies, recognition and measurements, or this measurement criteria. Then we have the presentation, the financial, and the disclosures. So it will do the same thing. It will pick the objectives and scope. What is the objective? It will explain, right? What is included? You have to have time. What are the key terminologies? It will explain everything. Now it comes to the recognition and measurements criteria. What is the recognition criteria? What is the measurement? It would explain everything one after the other. We have the equity settled, yeah. We have the cash settled. It will explain, to give examples. Transactions with cash alternatives is another one. We have the share recognition. What is the recognition? When to record it? How do you present it? So if you have a question, like let's say what the lecturer solved, which you didn't get it, you can upload the file here. You can upload the file here. Then if it's a big file, you ask it to solve the particular question number. So let's say solve question 2. So let's say it's about 35 pages PDF, and you want it to solve question 2 in the 35. You just write solve question 2, which relates to IFRS 2, and it will solve it and explain everything to you. But what does it better is Claude. This Claude is a very powerful AI. Now that is what is used to prepare financial report automation and everything. Claude, Very powerful AI. So let's see what Claude will also say. The same question. This same question. Look at the approach. Claude will also give me I like Claude when it comes to accounting or financial reporting or corporate reporting, because the answers it will give you, you really, really love it. So let's go and see what Claude has. Recognition and measurement criteria. So when the lecturer teaches and you don't get it, please, AI. You don't have the ICA manual, somebody doesn't explain. But this Claude, if you want to upgrade it to a higher version where it can perform very well, you have to subscribe. You can subscribe for just the 2 months you are going to write the exams before you write the paper. Now look at how Claude gives the details. A beginner's guide. Claude will explain everything, objective, IFRS 2, terminologies. They are all given. So you can even combine both. Okay, it will explain all the terms. What the lecturer was using, which you didn't get, it will explain all of them for you. Then this is a quick example, right? Then the recognition and measurement criteria, it will just state them. So if I want something, when I'm going to teach, I want to prepare notes. I use Claude to prepare my notes, but I don't use charts. It's the same way. I don't use charts. I use a different feature of Claude. Then I'll tell you what to do. And if I don't, I will ask to clarify things. And I prepare just about 2-page lecture note and I'll go and teach. It is the formula, but the other one never gave us any formula. Look at this one, never gave us any formula here. This one here never gave us any formula. So just writing grammar, plenty grammar. Never give us any formula. But Claude is giving you a formula, a worked example, right? Everything, presentation, how do you present it? Equity based, it will do everything for you. Please, are we good? Please, are we good?
Yeah.
Hello, please, are we good?
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. Now, the last two, please. So, as I said, if you are doing research, you have two options. You have two options to choose from. You can go for the normal, what's the name? You can go for the normal registration, go and start all over again, and you end and go and write the exams. Or you would say, this paper, I have a research. So I'll take my time right from the beginning of August and be studying. I have the lecture notes, I have the solutions, I'll be studying them. Then when it's intervention, I'll go and register and go and write the paper. You can still pass that way. Because when you're researching, then you will have enough time to study. So in that case, I'm writing 2 papers, but the 2 papers, one is research. The research I'm not registering for because I need more time to study. And I have what's the name? The lecture notes, I have the solutions, so I can revise. When it is intervention, I'll go and register. So I'm writing 2 papers, but one is research, and the research, I want to do personal study on it. But the other one, I'm going to register for it. Then you begin with the August. You can go by that option. Or if it is one paper you want to write, which is very difficult because you've had research on it multiple times, you can register for it and go by what you are saying. Or you can say, I'll start now, I'll sit back and give very detailed approach to the format and study what the lecturers have taught. Then when it's time for intervention, because intervention is 1 week, I'll join and I'll do the intervention with them and then study and practice on the intervention questions before I go and write that paper. So if you are having a research, that is the option you have. Now, the approach, you register for your courses, all right, okay? Then you have to be practicing. But as I said, we know the exam is in November. We shouldn't wait till October before we start serious studies. No, in October, it is revision. October is revision for you because the lecturer will take only 2 weeks out of October to teach. Then the next week, which is the 3rd week, is intervention, which is revision. Then the following week is for the students. Then the following week is into the next month, and it's exams. So the approaches, we shouldn't wait till October before we start learning. This is not some I teach this kind of MBA students. They don't like studying. No. You know, UPSA, like the IE, what they do is that the IE, sometimes the lecturer will say, teach yourselves. Then they'll be teaching themselves and they'll write the IE. And IA is 40 marks. I've been teaching there for quite some time now. The IA is 40 marks, right? So these 40 marks, the lecturer could even say they should teach themselves, or they come and do presentation, masters. They don't go and do presentation. These are MBA accounting and finance and accounting students. Then they have 40 marks IA. So 40 marks, the lecturer can even give it to them as gifts. They will all pass 30 marks. Exams, they'll be given trial questions. I have some here. I can even show you. Let me show you. I have some here. Exam, they'll be giving trial questions. Let me show you something. I teach them. So this is UPSC, right? This is MBA. You see, this is their CR. This is their CR. When they finished this June, let me see whether I'll see their trial questions. You see, IS 23, the same, but these are not detailed. These are shallow. They are not detailed. Are you seeing this? Tutorial questions. And the exams, when they wrote their final exams just in June, when they wrote their CR exams, 4 of their questions came from these tutorial questions. 4 came from these tutorial questions. 4. So they are giving the tutorial questions in advance. Go and practice and come and write the exams and pass. Because your IA, you have like 30 for your IA. The lecturer has graciously given you 30 marks. So come and write your IA for exams of 40 marks or some marks, and the rest are from here. But a professional, so for that, they don't study. Most of them don't study. Well, they know when it's getting to the end of the exams, they will give them tutorial questions. So 3 weeks to the exam. That's why you see them very serious. That one, if I organize and I say they should come and pay 50 cedis, they will come. Because they know they have tutorial questions. Some of them can even use charts to teach them, though they don't understand. They'll go and write the paper. Are you getting it? Because it's exam. So they are now eagerly, if we bring the same thing to professional, we'll fail. Because professional is very detailed, right? Professional is very, very, very detailed. Let me show you one question. There's a question here on capital reduction. This capital reconstruction. If you are solving it in professional, it's 5 steps. You use 5 steps to solve a full question. MBA, those I taught, it's only 1 step to solve their question. Just 1 step. You don't even go to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th step. Are you getting it? So if this person feels I've done capital reduction in MBA, so I'm coming to ICA and it will be easy. ICA, which is professional, has 5 steps, and they are all calculation and a whole lot of stuff. But here in the MBA, it's only 1 step. Out of the 5, they only taught them 1 step, which is the first step. Are we good? So if you wait till October, last month before the exam, you fail because it's a lot. So you have to start in advance. Then in October, revision. That's the approach of what I'm talking about. Because like I'm giving to the academia, MBA and others, they wait till closer to exam. They are giving to us, they go and write, they come in, and then they'll go and write, get C-. Because when the actual exam score is 60, your IAs and quizzes are 40. Together gives you 100. So if you score your IA, let's say the IA, you score 30 marks. And the actual exam, you score 20, let's say 30 marks in the actual exams, 60. 60 is around C, the student is gone. 60 is around C, the student is gone. But in professional exams, if you wait till October, you fail. So please, we have to start early. So that is one of the points. The last one I'm talking about is the AI, which we have used here. We've used the AI. I can drop a question here. Let me come back to this side. ICAG, right? So those who didn't get it right, let's say this is CR. Let me see this. Please watch. This is capital reduction for CR. So I'm coming here to watch you. Watch this. Practice questions on capital reduction. Malibu Limited. The lecturer has solved it. I didn't get it so well, right? I didn't get the concept so well. I tried to solve it on my own. I'm still getting confused. I'll come and use charts. So I'm using Claude. Claude, if my time for the free elapses, right? I would be logged out. So let me use Claude now. I have some time left. So watch. Just like the Gemini. When it comes to calculation, I prefer Claude to Gemini. When it comes to write-up, I like Gemini. I prefer Gemini to Claude. This calculation, let's use Claude. So you click on the plus, the AI, then you click on this, add files. So I'm searching for what is it? Okay, let me come here. Let me come here. Please hold on, man. Okay, education. I want this. Oh, sorry. I want, okay, ICAG. So watch, CR, capital reduction. So here, I have loaded the document. What didn't I get right that I want the AI to help explain? Malibu Limited under practice questions on capital reduction, Malibu Limited. So I come to AI. So I've loaded, this is how many page document is this? This 23. I wanted to solve only Malibu. So I come here. I say that solve the practice question on Malibu Limited. Ensure all IFRS and IAS standards are obliged. Explain the concepts. Explain how you got your answers. Please, have you seen it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Then watch. So it's 23 pages, but I've told it what it should do, where it should go, and it will go and read it and come and give me the answers right now. So assuming the lecturer thought I didn't get the concept right, AI is there for me. But here it's a free plan. You could see at the top here, free plan. So if it's a free plan, it means that I can use it for some time. After some time to log me out. But I use Gemini a lot. A month is $17. If you want to use it very well, you can just pay $17 and use it for the exams purpose. After the exams purpose, you go to the center, you cancel it. For me, I use Gemini a lot. So I pay every month for Gemini, but I use it for a lot of things. If I want to prepare a report for someone, let's say financial statement, whatever thing, and I have my documents ready to work, I'll go and pay my $17 and use it to do it for the person. I use it for a lot, to make a whole lot. Okay. So solve the practice question on Malibu Limited. Ensure if you don't write this thing, it will give you some answer you don't even know. Because it's called hallucination. The AI will be thinking wide and using any answer for you. But what I'm writing, I'm restricting it. I'm narrowing it to what it should the boundaries it has to work within. So ensure all IFRS and IFRS standards are obliged. Explain how you got your answers, or detailedly explain how you got your answers. Whether the answer will be the same as the lecturers or not, I just want to understand the concept. So it is cogitating, meaning it's thinking. So whatever concept the lecturer teaches, if you don't get it, please. Oh, Alia, you don't get it. You say you can't hear me. I'll share the recorded session. Picturing. It will come out with everything, every structure. You see it here. So if your lecturer teaches and you don't get it, please, you can pay the free plan. If you want to upgrade, that's about $17 a month. You need it for about 2 or 3 months for your study. After that, you go to settings and you cancel it. That's all. They use Visa card, so you have to ensure you have a Visa card to pay. Let's see. Thinking still. After this, then if there are no questions, we've ended it. My next approach will be I'll meet you in the groups and the approach to solving the questions. That'll be fine. It's keeping long. Today, in modern day accounting, it's Claude most of them use. All right, it's Claude. Yeah, now, please, I saw your hand up. Is it the 9? No.
Please get rid. Please, I want to find out, will you share this thing with us? The ITA, this thing, the one you
Format.
shared earlier on the format here.
Yeah, I'll share them with you.
Okay, thank you.
I'll share them.
So
I'll share all with you. I'm listening. Now I'm listening.
yeah, in my case like this, I'm resitting CR. And then the issue is that the tuition center that I joined, the lecturer didn't touch on some few points. So I was thinking of joining a tuition, but I'll just go ahead of the class. I think he left a few points on, I think, foreign subsidiary that they brought last night. And I think the capital reduction too, he didn't go into detail. So I had a little difficulty, even though I had 40. So I was thinking of joining a tuition, but I'll go ahead of the class so that at least I can get that concept well. So I don't know whether if maybe that one too is okay. Hello. Hmm. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, until I come again, okay?
So I was saying that in my case like this, I'm resitting for CR and tax. But in regards to the CR, the tuition that I joined the last time, the lecturer didn't teach foreign subsidiary and then a little on the capital reduction. So during exams time, I had a little difficulty answering those questions. So the reason being that I want to join tuition this time around so that maybe I can get that concept in case maybe November they repeat the question again. I'll not find myself wanting.
Okay. I don't know
Mhm.
about other teaching centers, but
Okay.
at S&D,
Mm-hmm.
the lecturers sacrifice a lot. I getting it. Sometimes, let's say they
Okay.
have to meet students twice a week. They will meet a student twice a week. And again, they will meet students at dawn. Sometimes 3 a.m. So they can even meet them on Sunday. Why? Because it's 725 pages for CR. I have the book here. I have all the books from level 1 to level 3, all the manuals, they are here. And the
Oh,
CR
okay.
book is 725. So they want to cover everything with you. Where you went, the lecturer skipped them because maybe he wants to want to finish fast and he felt some were not important. But I say you cannot tell.
Yes, it's true.
I see. That's why I showed you the format. They set the questions according to, and if you look at the format from the question 1 to the question 5, all the areas are in their manual. The
Mm-hmm.
725 pages, they are all in there. So for S&D, like most of us know, the lecturers sacrifice time, such as are done, which is not even part of the timetable. We are meeting you twice a week. Before you realize they are meeting you at dawn 3 a.m., Sunday 4 a.m. And it will be a lot because they have to do or to cover all the areas. You can't tell which
Mm.
area will come, which area wouldn't come. So our duty will be to go by the format. For them, they will teach. They will teach, solve examples.
Mm-hmm.
The other work is on you, on us, the students, to sit down and
Sure.
devise our strategy and go and write the exams. So for
Mm.
S&D, like I know, they will sacrifice the time to help. They will sacrifice the time outside the two sessions per week. They will give more time to cover because they have to cover everything because they want the students to pass. So you on your part will
Okay.
have to dedicate time, right? And capture all. Go by the format and study alongside, and you'll be fine. Please, are you getting
Okay.
it?
Yes, please.
So I said it should solve the Malibu for me. Look at it has finished everything. It will explain all the concepts, all the standards which are in it. It will explain everything. Pick out all the standards, solve everything, explain to me, right? Explain all, and I have to read. Oh, you have to read. Look at the question, double entry. Claude is very powerful AI. It's very, very powerful. One of the powerful AIs, Claude. Okay, give me everything. Give me everything. Double entry. Then here showing me all how all the double entry went, and then when it comes to start preparing the statements, the capital reduction account, the double entry to start doing everything. But the point is that it might not use the approach your lecturer will use. So sometimes you may be confused. But if you understand the concept very well, you know you can solve it another way and still understand what Claude does. Okay, so that is how the AI is used to help us in our studies. Please, any other? So we've spoken about the course combinations. We're talking about the format, which is here.
Hello, senior.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Oh.
Good evening.
And thank you for the good job you are doing. Please, I just wanted to find out, considering that we want to also adopt some of this AI, even if we are making payments to it and making a purchase, which of them will you recommend so that at least we can stick to one that will be very beneficial? Then the other ones that are free versions, that one occasionally you can go there and also. Which of them will you advise on this our journey, especially for me writing CR and case study?
Yeah, you should
Thank
use. I'll recommend Claude.
Okay. Thank you.
Claude, it's a in fact, modern day accounting. As I said, I will recommend Claude. Okay. So just you can pay is look at something. I'm going to the upgrade. The free version, you have access to all that we've checked here.
Oh, okay.
The free version, you have access to all that we've checked. But if it's $70 per month, you only need it for 3 months. So every time, just keep $17. It's around 200 and something CDs. 17 times 12. It's around 204. So every month, know that they will deduct 212 from your account. But make sure you use it so well.
Okay.
And you'll be entitled to these advanced features. Are you getting it?
Okay.
Because you see, here, where is it? Look at this. Higher usage limits. So if I should ask it to solve another question in the document, it can tell me I've exhausted my time.
Okay.
So it will log me out. In fact, it will not even respond again. And it will give me a time. Let's say now it's 7. If it says I've exhausted my time, the next time it will give me access will be around 12 a.m. or 11 p.m.
Oh, okay.
But if I have paid for a higher version, or I've upgraded it, I can use it for even a whole day. It will not even give me any limit to the usage.
Okay, so for our use, the 17 is good. It's okay.
Yeah, the 17 is good.
Okay.
The 17 is good. As I said, I use Gemini more. So Gemini I pay every month. But I'll start using Claude. Whenever I need to use the Claude for a month, then I go and pay. Then I'll cancel the subscription.
Okay.
But if I'm going to use it consistently, let's say I have my firm, I'm attending to client, preparing reports and that one I have to subscribe to Claude. I start paying this every month because I'm going to use it every month.
Okay.
I getting it.
Okay.
Thank you. Since you need it every month to help you clarify concepts the lecturer has taught, and you have to read a lot. Yeah, I mean you'll be reading a lot. You can pay it $17 every month. Then every month they'll deduct the 204 from your account. They'll take your visa details, deduct the amount. At the end of the 3rd month, you go and cancel the plan because you finish using it.
Okay.
It will be in the settings. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So please, any other? Okay. So we'll bring our discussion to an end. We've spoken about 5 areas. We've spoken about the course combination. Look at your schedule, your engagement before you go for a course. And if there's a particular course you've written multiple times, you've gotten resets, you can decide to target that course only for this diet, right? And attend lectures. If you want to register for the lectures again, right? Then fine. You don't want to register for the lectures again. You want to stay on your own and study because you have the lecture notes and you have the solution the lecturer solved. Then when it is intervention, you join to for the intervention and go and write. That's also fine. You can still do it. Then we have the format. We need the format. For me, all my exams I have attached once and passed. I go for lectures, I watch recorded sessions, I practice the questions, and I use the format in the last month before the exam. So if the exams is in November, in October, then I use the format for my revision. Then the research, if you are doing research, that's what I was talking about. You can go for your personal study because you have the lecture note and the solution. So you can just revise it. Then when it's time for intervention, you join the intervention. They will be solving new past questions. You join them and resolve them. Then you go and write. Or you can register for the full diet again. Start attending lectures from the month again. Go and write it. That's up to how you want to go about it. Okay. Then the fourth one is about the strategies. The strategies too, more of that will come when we start solving questions. Then I would explain how you have to approach the question. The lecturers are doing well. This huge CR book, they are spending just 2 months, 2 weeks to finish everything. And they are just meeting us twice in a week or something like 3 times in a week. Some will sacrifice their dawn time to teach because they want to cover it. Some schools, they will not even cover all. They will pick points or they will, it's called a cheeky perry or cherry pick some of the topics and treat them. But I can't tell which one will be in the exam. So we have to cover everything. So as they do that, we must also have time and work on ourselves. And we don't have to wait till October. We have to start maybe at the end of August or getting to the end of August. Then we start serious studies. October is revision. Then the last one is how to use the AI to help us. I should share case study formats. Okay. Yeah. So as the other gentleman said, we will be in the groups and we will be tackling them so that you go and write and pass. Okay. Whenever I have time, we'll just have a Zoom session. Depending on the course you are writing, then we'll fix it. Okay. Is there any other thing else before we end? Is there any other? All right. So we'll bring our class to an end and our session to an end, and I wish you all the best. So from now, we can start studying from now before the lecture actually begins, maybe next week, so that we would formally be attending lectures. Should I share the case study here, or I should share it in the WhatsApp group? I'm going to share them in the WhatsApp group, and I'll have the class for all those writing case study. We'll have another session. Since we've not yet started lectures, I will ensure we'll have all the classes, the Zoom meetings within this week. I'll schedule for all the courses. We'll have it within this. We'll have time this week. Then before you start the lectures, so that the pressure will not be so much. Then when we enter somewhere October or getting to the end of October, I'll start having, or I will consider when I'll come in to start solving the questions with you. The strategies. Then I'll come and add up. You'll be fine. Please, is there any other thing else? Okay, all right. So all the best then. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Right. Bye.